What's good, you too, man? It's your boy SB, and I'm back with another sports break. Well, let's hear y'all. Today is Super Sunday. It's time to pick this game, which is I know you guys been waiting on all week, right? To see who your boys gonna be picking for tonight's game. Before we jump into that, make sure if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you guys can know every time I post a new video. And if it's the type of content that you like, make sure you leave a thumbs up as well. So either than that, let's go ahead and get into the video. A breakdown of both of these teams, they kind of got here on different paths, right? Usually everyone suspects the Kansas City Chiefs to make the Super Bowl. But this year was a little bit different. They had a little bit of a rougher path, having to travel on the road for almost every game in the playoffs. And also, being heavy underdogs in a couple of those games. But they persevered and they made it to the big game. Otherwise, on the 49ers, most people expected them to win the NFC. Most people expected them to be in this game. And I think for them, it's business as usual, right? If you remember a few years ago, the Kansas City Chiefs and the 49ers faced each other in the Super Bowl. Different team in the 49ers then. Most of the same team as the Chiefs, but different team in the 49ers then. And it was an amazing game. Came down to the end. Jimmy Garoppolo missed a deep pass down the end of the field towards the end of the game that kind of cost them that win. You can see in Mike Shanahan, the head coach of the 49ers' eyes, as soon as they won the NFC, that he was ready for this game. And he knew that it was going to be a revenge game and a get-back game for his team. I think he's using that as chalkboard material, 100%, right? Even though most of the players that's on this team now wasn't on that losing team the first time they played the Chiefs, doesn't make a difference. They're going to want to win this for their head coach. And I think it's smart to go ahead and throw a little bit of gas on that fire. The 49ers have been one of the best teams in the NFL all season. And like I said, there's no surprise that they're in the Super Bowl. Most people expected it. They heavily lean on their defense, but the offense has some explosiveness to it. And being able to run the ball at any point in time is a great way to success and a great way to win in the NFL. So they have an amazing chance to win. Brock Purdy has had an MVP season this year. Which gives them the opportunity and the confidence that they need to think that they can beat this veteran team that is the Chiefs, that's been here multiple years and just won a Super Bowl as early as last year. So it's definitely going to be David versus Goliath type of vibe to it, with the Kansas City Chiefs being the lion or the mainstay in the Super Bowl there. But I think the 49ers definitely have a chance of winning the game. When it comes to the Chiefs, like I said, the path has been a little bit different than what they're accustomed to. It hasn't been a smooth yellow brick road that they've been skipping down like they usually do heading into the Super Bowl. This year they faced adversity, they faced challenges, but what makes it a little bit weird for me is that we always come up with some kind of adversity and challenge for this team to overcome. When they first started their championship window, everyone talked about how bad the offensive line was. Patrick Mahomes has to run through his life and throw the ball vertical from the ground, right? Then once they got the offensive line better, they started saying that the defense wasn't good enough. They're getting in too many shootouts. They give up too many points. And now that the defense has been the best that it's been in the whole championship window this season, it's the wide receivers. Wide receivers are dropping passes. They're not good enough. Patrick Mahomes has to compensate for his wide receivers. So we always come up with different things to put this team down or to say the reason why they won't win. And every single time they prove us wrong. And every single time they come out on top, they end up winning the championship. It heavily depends on number 15. 15 does a lot for this team. But like I said, this season, it's been the defense that's been showing up and has been winning these football games. And it hasn't been more evident than in that Baltimore Ravens game, to where they held that team to just 3 points after the first quarter. And the Ravens was one of the most offensive dominant teams that we've had this season. So their defense has been playing lights out. It's been spectacular. I don't think it's going to be any different for this Super Bowl. I think both teams are going to be a defensive game, low scoring. But I will be picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game. For me, man, you can't bet against Mahomes, Reed, and Kelsey. They just way too talented. They can attack you way too many different dynamics. And their defense has been next level this season. And I think the defense is really what's going to make the key turnaround. Like I said, I think it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs, only because experience can't be beat. And, you know, they have the acknowledgement there. They got the better quarterback, which always makes a difference. And debatable who has the better defense. But I think that this season they've had a better defense than the 49ers have had as well. So there you guys have it. I'm going to be picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl tonight. We'll see if my prediction comes to fruition. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, you guys. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. That way you can know every time I post a new video. You guys, the X channel is booming. If you haven't joined so already and you got an X account, make sure you follow your boy on X as well to get these reactions in real time. Other than that, you guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.